Okay, I'm back. Change my category real quick. My sweet housemate, yeah. Huh, I don't see a category for this one. Really? I see a lot of games that start with my sweet. My sweet zombie, my sweet bully, my sweet stalker, my sweet artificial lover, my sweet stepsisters. Oh boy. Sweet confession. My sweet sweets. Wow, I don't see one for this one. Yeah, my sweet housemate. My sweet washing machine? What the hell? Looks like it's made by the same people. Weird that they don't have one. Let me check Firebot just in case. Nope. Hmm. I guess I'll go with... It's not gonna be that game. Home Dungeon, my sweet waifu. I'll just go with my sweet washing machine. It's not what it is, but... There we go. Okay. Audio back on. Welp. Okay. So, if I remember correctly, you're like a homeless dude. Or like, you're faced with the idea of being homeless. And so you wind up kind of like picking a situation that you can in order not to be homeless. And you wind up roommates with a very sus guy who has a Korean name. I can't remember what it is. And he winds up being a cannibal. That's pretty obvious. They don't really hide that on the Steam page at all. So yeah, and if they think that's going to stop me from romancing him, they're wrong. Because, I mean, I'm a Hannigram shipper, so... Let's go. I'm going completely blind. Oh. 15 minutes and 2 seconds. Single room, shared kitchen, shared bathroom. No deposit. It's pretty good. One room in an apartment. 3. No deposit. 1 year minimum. Okay. 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 That room. We'll go. Sound like Vocaloids. We're gonna be voice 3. We'll be him. Already, I like the aesthetic. You tiredly wait for the application to go through before you shut your old laptop with a sigh. This ancient thing that has clearly seen better days somehow already managed to start hyperventilating after you open just a couple of tabs. Sounds like my old laptop. My old computer, really. You promptly put it in your backpack as you lean back in your seat. You can't help but let out a sour chuckle. Anyone else would probably find this old worn-down diner seat extremely uncomfortable, but you don't have that luxury of complaining. In fact, it might be the softest thing you sat on in a week. Unaware of your own actions, you start anxiously fidgeting with your phone, silently praying to all the possible gods out there that your application will be approved. 9, 10. At this point, you've been homeless for 11 months, nearly a year. Oh, damn. Okay, so we are just like straight up homeless. After saving all the money you could for several months, you finally were able to save enough to rent an apartment. Or at least that's what you thought. In 11 months of your homelessness, the housing prices only went up, making it practically impossible for you to find anything affordable at this point. Bro, too real, man, too real. In like this year, my rent has gone up twice. You frantically searched every housing website, hoping to at least get some shitty old room, but nothing was ever even nearly in your price range. But this, the listing was everything you could ever ask for. You were thanking whoever was up there in the sky, or down there in the pits of hell, that you managed to apply basically minutes after the listing went live. Surely it is shady as hell. No deposit, no required credit history. There aren't even any pictures, and as a cherry on top, you have to live with some random guy you have no information about. You were so eager to get it first, too, that you didn't even ask for a tour. If anything, you were almost entirely sure that it's probably some old shed, or even worse, a human trafficking trap. Oh, it's worse than that, baby. But you are already at the point where you don't even care. You feel like you'll go insane if you have to spend another night out on the streets. You shudder at the memories. Yeah, anything is better than that. Oh. You can swear your heart skips a beat as your phone lights up with a new notification on the home screen. It's an email from the housing website. Could it be? You impatiently unlock your phone, somehow managing to enter your password incorrectly twice before you do. You quickly locate the email app and anxiously start reading. My fucking Vocaloid voice. Thank you for your application, Dalarum. We appreciate you using our services, and our smart algorithm has picked these 5 other apartments for you to look at. Ugh, are you kidding me? I just applied and already got an ad. You silently curse the website, thinking that it would have been better if they paid for your rent instead of financing these ads that no one probably even looks at. Well, besides you. While busy with your grandiose brain cursing sessions, you almost skip another notification that quickly floats onto or into your phone screen. It's yet another email. I swear to God if it's another ad. But it isn't. It's an email sent by whoever has posted that room listing. The first thing you note is its ridiculous length. It's short. Too short. In fact, there are only 3 lines, 2 of them being Dear Dalarum and BR? Seung-min Kim, the name of the original poster. BR. BR? Okay, BR. I don't know what BR is. The middle line just says, if you come to the apartment to sign the contract within 30 minutes, I'll give you the key. Now you are entirely sure that your heart is skipping at least 30 beats a minute. You immediately spring from the seat, grabbing your backpack on the way, before your attention is caught by a small cup of unfinished coffee on the table. Squeezing your lips with rising guilt, you quickly grab and drink the cold remains, before putting it back down and storming out of the diner. Will this finally be the day that ends your homeless life for good? Or homeless life for good? You find yourself in front of an apartment door, trying to catch your breath. You don't particularly know how, but you somehow manage to make it in time. However, now you aren't even sure that you are in front of the correct apartment in the first place. You were fully expecting some shady and old building, but it turned out to be just some average apartment complex. For a second that was lagging. It's like, no way this game is making me lag. No fucking way. Wait, did I skip something? Hold on. History? Yeah, you hesitate for... No. Return. Okay, I didn't miss anything. Okay, good. You hesitate for a good minute before letting out an anxious sigh and pressing the doorbell button. You hear the ordinary buzz sound play on the other side of the door, and then... complete silence. That silence gets quickly interrupted, though, as you hear some faint footsteps sounds behind the door. The door is open. You jot as the sound of a man's voice comes from within the apartment, but almost instinctively push the door open. Still hesitant, you awkwardly step into the entrance. Pardon my intrusion? Intrusion? As you walk in, you almost immediately get taken aback by your surroundings. You've replayed so many made-up horror scenarios in your head on your way here that the sight of an ordinary-looking hallway suddenly seems scarier than anything you could have come up with. I am like weirdly choppy, and I don't know why. Hold the phone. 1 second here. Hum. It really shouldn't matter for this game, but just in case. I'm opening up the editor. No auto editor, so I'm frozen for a second. Any day now. There we go. I'm just gonna toggle VSync on and off. Again, it shouldn't fucking matter for this game, but you never fucking know. Yeah, seem better now. Don't know why, there was just a little bit of choppiness. And maybe I'm the only one noticing it. I mean, I don't fucking know. There's no one in sight, so you just default to a polite stance in front of the entrance door, not even daring to make a single step. Now that you're actually in the apartment, and now that you've confirmed that it looks more or less normal, your anxiety levels are going through the roof. You have to make a good impression. You won't have another chance like this. In Dallas, I assume? Sup, cutie? You almost jump as a tall, slouched man suddenly appears in one of the doorways of the hallway you are in. You don't immediately realize that he is dressed in a suit because of how disheveled and scruffy he appears to be. Albeit, you're not in any position to judge. His eye bags almost seem to merge with his dark eyes as he tiredly looks straight at you. If your eyesight was just a bit worse, you would have even thought he just had 2 big holes for eyes, given how pale his skin is otherwise. Dumbfounded, you stare back at him, thinking that this eye contact is going on for a bit too long for your taste. No, for my taste, it could go on longer. Before you realize that it's your cue to respond. Oh, here we go. Ah, yes, that's me. Wrong name. Or wrong, my name is actually. How'd you guess? Are you psychic? That would be me, indeed. Or that would indeed be me, sir. I don't know if this is gonna matter very much. And you're Mr. Kim, if I'm not wrong. You're not, but just Seung-min is fine. Now, if you don't mind, I'll be late for work if we don't hurry, so if you just follow me to the kitchen. The man then wastes no time as he promptly walks into the kitchen, and you are left with no choice but to follow him. Our kitchen is very orange. You step into the kitchen and, once again, get temporarily stunned by just how normal everything looks. Sure, you can tell that someone lives here by the small stains and patches of dust here and there. Again with the dust. I'm everywhere. But if you had to choose, you'd happily use this space to take some photos for online housing ads or something. Speaking of photos, you thank heavens for the millionth time today. If Seung-min put up pictures of this apartment, it would have gotten snatched before you could even apply. You don't know if it was just pure laziness or simple lack of time, but you couldn't feel more grateful to the man in front of you for leaving the listing so empty. But you shouldn't feel grateful just yet. You still haven't signed the contract. Now, if you just look through the papers and sign at the places I marked. Huh? The papers on the table. It's the contract. Wait, is that it? It can't be it, right? You won't even ask for any additional information? But if you're concerned about the rent, the payment is obviously upfront, but we can go through that in the evening. If I stay any longer, I will probably get fired for being late. You're free to move your stuff and unpack though. But if you're not interested, that's fine too, but then I'd appreciate it if you... No, I'll sign, I'm interested. Wow, you're an eager one, aren't you? Right. Clearly, this man is not all too concerned about who his new flatmate will be. If he was, he wouldn't have put up an empty listing and responded to a random application within minutes of receiving it. Man is a cannibal. He don't care. We're probably going to become his next meal, so... You can't even afford to care about his reasons at this point. It's a good apartment, the rent is something you can afford, and the only tenant doesn't look all too crazy. You quickly grab the papers with slightly trembling hands as you then read through them. After making sure that it really isn't some part of a human trafficking ring, you take the pen laying on the table and find the marked spot Seung-min mentioned. Oh, here we go. Oops, I put to use. What the? Oh, I took a screenshot? No, I don't want a screenshot. No, that's gonna be somewhere on my fucking hard drive, taking up space. Dalrum. After you sign, you audibly breathe out before handing the papers to Seung-min. He quickly goes through them and then nods at you. Great, your room is on the opposite, or is the one opposite of the bathroom. It's to the right of the kitchen. That should be it for now. Alright. The man in front of you feels around his pockets for a brief second before putting his hand into one and then taking something out. It's the key. Here's the key. Just don't lose it. Got an item. The key. Let's see. Your hands seem to shake even more as Seung-min puts a simple metallic key into them. I won't. That would be greatly appreciated. Anyways, we will handle the payment later. I should get going. Right. Lock the door after me? Yes. Yes, of course, right. You try to shake off your stupor, you still can't believe that you're officially not homeless anymore. Still somewhat stupefied, you follow Seung-min back to the entrance where he proceeds to put his shoes on, shoes that look as scruffy as he is, and then stands straight in front of the door. As straight as his slouched back allows him to, anyway. Just make sure to lock it properly. And don't let strangers in. I'm not a kid, I at least know this much. Right. Well, I will see you in the evening. I'd be happy to have... And look at him smiling as he says this. I'd be happy to have you for dinner. Yeah, I know how you mean that. I watched Hannibal, and he made all the Hannibal jokes. I already know. With that, Seung-min leaves through the entrance door, and you, wasting no time, shut and lock it. Such a simple motion, yet it feels so foreign to you. While on different levels, you are now a resident of this apartment. You own a key, you can lock the door, you can sleep in your own room. So simple, yet so foreign. You squeeze the key that's already made home in your palm, and can't help but let a nervous smile curl your lips. I did it. I really did. Still overcome with a mix of relief and excitement, you locate your room that, just like Seung-min said, is opposite of the bathroom. And my room is very red. Also... Oh no, okay, I see. I think. If I press H? Yeah. Okay, yeah, that is the desk. For a second there, I thought I had like a hospital bed. I'm like, huh? I mean... Yeah. You walk through a simple door into a bedroom that appears to be just as simple. You're surprised to find that it's exactly fully furnished, bed and desk included. At this point, you wouldn't even mind sleeping on the floor, but seeing how the bed even has its own bed sheets, you almost tear up. If this is a dream, I will be so pissed. But it isn't. And you can hardly believe it. Well, I guess I might as well unpack. The only good thing about being homeless is that besides the backpack always glued to your shoulders, you have no other things. You take it off and start going through your carefully packed stuff. Finally done with putting your things away, you turn towards your new bed and look down at it with rising temptation. No longer able to resist, you let yourself fall onto the fresh bed sheets. So soft. And all yours. You rub your face against the pillow with a smile. It feels like the luck you've accumulated throughout the year was all poured into this one day. Who knows? Maybe in the future you will even be able to rent an apartment of your own. Everything seems possible now. It really does. You don't notice how your eyelids start feeling heavier and heavier, and by the time you realize and open your eyes, a few minutes have already passed. Luckily though, you don't have a shift today. Might as well take a nap. I'm not one of those people who can get into my bed, like, dirty. I always have to shower or take a bath before bed, and mostly shower. My legs are too long for baths. So I never really understood the appeal of getting into a bed, your stank ass into a bed, and like ruminating in it for however long you sleep. And then like showering in the morning. A really lucky day, huh? Left with no energy to even think, you let yourself fall into a deep slumber. Oh, my neck. When you open your eyes again, it's already dark outside. Feeling strangely satisfied and refreshed, you stretch and slowly sit up. God, I haven't slept this good in a long time. Oh shit. Right, Seung-min said that you'd sort out the rent payment in the evening. And he even offered to have dinner together. Free food. Crap, but this is not what's important right now. You feel a sense of anxiety build up in your throat as you check the time on your phone. 10:27 p.m. Oh, jeez. Crap. While you silently curse yourself for being so careless, you get off the bed and start unconsciously walking back and forth. I mean, if you really cared, you would have woken me up, right? It's not like you locked the room or anything. Speaking of that, is he even home? You cautiously tiptoe towards the door and quietly put your ear against it, trying to see if you can catch any sounds. He's here. You can clearly make out some footstep sounds, moving noises coming from the outside of your room. Great. Wonderful. You're not getting kicked out just yet. Maybe the dinner offer is still on the table too? Not wanting to wait any longer, you swing the door open and walk into the hallway. Surprisingly, the hallway looks really different when it's dark. It almost has this new feel to it. Very different from the plastic perfect filming set you witnessed earlier. You don't spend much time mulling over your perception of the hallway, though, as your attention is caught by the light coming from the kitchen. The sounds are coming from there, too. You don't have to be a Sherlock to deduce that Seung-min is there, so, not wasting any time, you walk towards the light. Wait. What? This can't be. What the hell? Oh, hey. This can't be that, right? It's a bowl of intestines, a fucking foot on the table. Yeah, it's that. Come on, Dalarum, you're not stupid. There has to be an explanation. Right. That's... hyper-realistic cake. Movie props. Early Halloween decorations? Oh god. Oh god. I'm gonna save right here. Are you one of those people who get ready for Halloween in spring? Those are Halloween decorations, right? I like his apron. Queen of the kitchen. No, these are real human body parts. Bro ain't even hiding it. Oh, come on. You were supposed to agree with me. Oh, sorry. This is just a weird looking pig. Sure. Shit. And he just started thinking you lucked out with the apartment. What is he? A serial murderer? A cannibal? A serial cannibal? No, wait, that's wrong. A cannibal serial? If you're thinking about calling the police, I'd advise you against it. Of course you're calling the police. Next thing you know, it'll be your leg he has on that cutting board. You just got out of homelessness and you're not about to die to some cannibal serial murderer in a pink apron right now. You do understand that if I get arrested, you will no longer be able to stay here, right? Do you read thoughts too? I don't. How do you know I want to stay here anyways? Just so you know, Mr. Seung-min, I have a grandma I can stay with at any time. Yeah, right. No, you don't, Mr. Dalarum. Even if you do, you probably hate her enough to apply to a random suspicious listing and sign the contract all in the same day. So you did it on purpose. Well, something like that. But he's right. There's nowhere else you can go now, and your only choice would be to return to life on the streets. It'd be silly to think police would help with your situation too. Man, what the hell? Are you going to eat it? Yes. It's too much meat though, so I'm going to store it for the future. I don't get such tender meat often. It would be a pity if it went to waste. Ugh. This wasn't the dinner he was talking about, was it? What are you supposed to do now? Do you really have to tolerate a cannibal living literally in the same apartment as you? But life on the streets, the feeling of your skin being so dirty that no matter how hard you scrub it, nothing makes you feel clean. The long nights spent dumpster diving, going through pounds of discarded food just to be chased away by minimum wage employees that, in retrospect, are in no better situation than your own. You shudder at the memories. Listen. Yes? Ah, shit. Whatever. Anything is better than going back there at this point. If they catch you, don't involve me. And, like, don't eat me. Deal? It might take me a while, and as you can see, it's really messy, so let's talk about your payment tomorrow. Right. Well, you probably better go sleep. Unless you want to watch. No! No thanks. Well, see you tomorrow then. Yeah. Good night, my new housemate. Don't forget that I know where you sleep. Thanks. We literally live in the same apartment, why wouldn't you? Just thought I should remind you. Right. I'm leaving now. I'm going this way, and you're going to stay here. Good night, Dalarum. Good night, sweetheart. It's okay, I match your crazy. I don't eat people, but I mean, you do you. You feel like you won't be able to sleep tonight. But surprisingly, you zong out pretty quickly. I assume that means we got artwork. We got a CG. The next few days are still overcome with a faint sense of panic, afraid that Seung-min will eat you, or even worse, the police finds him and you will have to go back to the streets. But contrary to your fears, nothing really happens. In fact, after handling the first rent payment, you don't even see him all that much. Your shifts typically start in the early mornings and end somewhere during daytime or evening, depending on the day, so you thought you would at least catch him coming home. And yet, despite all that, you don't even ever see him leave the apartment. His shoes are already gone by the time you wake up. 3 weeks pass by without you noticing, and still, you can count the amount of times you've crossed paths with Seung-min on your one hand. Those few times that you did see him, you could feel his gaze linger on you. You're not sure what that is about, but even when he is not around, you can still feel his eyes lapping at your skin. I mean, as long as he doesn't eat me, his eyes can lap at my skin all he wants. Sometimes you wake up in the middle of the night to sounds coming from the kitchen, which your imagination twists into the sickest imagery. But, that aside, you really have nothing to complain about. You can't be more grateful to have a solid roof above your head and somewhere to return to after work, every day. Some form of steady housing really does change your life for the better. You don't have to worry about where to sleep every single night, about not being able to shower when you want, about the chance of getting robbed if you're not careful enough, about having privacy and so on. You hate to admit it, but you really don't regret staying here even a bit. You condemn what Seung-min does, but considering you're not really exposed to it anyway, even the constant dread of being butchered or kicked out if he's ever found out slowly leaves your mind. Surprisingly, even your friends start looking better now that you're able to take on more hours and leech off Seung-min's Wi-Fi. Hell, you even start considering getting a second job. Everything seems almost too good to be true. And? Huh. What the? A loud sound coming from somewhere within the apartment suddenly pulls you out of your deep slumber. Does something fall? Or even worse, someone? An image of Seung-min dragging a new corpse into the apartment suddenly pops into your head. Irk. But what if something happened? You spend a couple of minutes sleepily contemplating if you'd rather this sound be a corpse about to be devoured by your landlord, or the very same landlord collapsing on the floor. Ugh, whatever. If it's a corpse, I'll just pretend it's hyper-realistic cake. Yeah, cake. You step into the hallway, or as you step into the hallway, you quickly realize you weren't worried for no reason. Your housemate is on the floor, looking as if he had collapsed a few minutes prior, and you guess that's what probably happened too. You waste no time and quickly walk up to him. Hey? Hello? Hey! Ugh, no need to yell. Oh, finally. Good morning, USA. What happened? You okay? I wanted to shower, but I'm too tired. Bro's hungry. He hungry. I'm hungry. Now that he mentions it, you do realize that the man in front of you smells. Badly. Awfully. You might even say abhorrently. Your thesaurus sessions of listing synonyms for the word bad gets interrupted by Seung-min lightly groaning as he attempts to stand up. Geez, what time even is it? Definitely past 12 a.m. at this point. And he just came from work? As just another wage slave, you can't help but feel bad for him. Sure, he might be living in this nice apartment, and you would lie if... Yeah, and you would lie if you said you don't feel a twinge of jealousy. You know what I just thought of? The fact that there's a shared bathroom situation. And, like, he's got to, like, shower off, you know, people blood and stuff in that same shower that we shower in. Oh, God. Nope, I'm not going to think about it. I'm not going to think about it. Sure, he might be living in this nice apartment, and you would lie if you said you didn't feel a twinge of jealousy. But what even is the point of having it if you just come here to sleep? This newfound sense of camaraderie fills you with enough sympathy to want to help the man in front of you. Alright, come on, I'll give you a hand. Huh? You know, a hand. Just don't bite it, okay? I know you're hungry and all, but I am not food. I remember that. You stretch your hand towards collapsed Seung-min as he dumbfoundedly looks back at you. Finally, he grabs it with his and heavily gets up. There we go. Okay, you go shower now, and I'll make something for you in the meantime. What? Are you sure? Yes, I am. For once. But you seriously better go before you stink up the place, or I change my mind. Alright, okay. Before he can say anything else, Seung-min promptly disappears behind the bathroom door. Well, that's that. Time to cook now, I suppose. God, what's in the fridge? For a second you wonder if you should put Seung-min's Queen of the Kitchen apron on, but quickly decide against it. That thing has probably seen more blood than your blood vessels have in your entire lifetime. You immediately start checking the drawers and cupboards in search for ingredients. You and Seung-min have really divided the kitchen space, but since you don't have a lot of things anyway, you took the liberty of picking an empty one and stored all of your things in there. As you go through the cupboards, you quickly realize that, apart from condiments and instant ramen, there's nothing of nutritional value. My fucking fridge. In fact, most cupboards designated for food are just filled to the brim with nothing but cup ramen. What the? You already felt bad for him before that, but now you feel really bad. You feel so bad, in fact, that you check your own cupboard to see if you could make anything with your stuff instead. Unfortunately, it happens to be the day when you ran out of almost everything, and besides a sad handful of oatmeal staring back at you from the bottom of a jar, there's nothing you can turn into a sustainable meal. Defeated, you return to the cup ramen horde raining on the shelves. Cup ramen it is, I guess. You pick a random pork-flavored package and start cooking. Cooking time! Oh god, is this like a mini game? Oh shit. Okay. Boom. Boom. Okay. Got an item. Tonkatsu. I had Korean on it. All done, I suppose. You try to squeeze out a smile as a sign of pride in your work, but no amount of grinning can make the sad excuse for a meal any better. All of a sudden, an idea pops into your head. An idea that's so foreign to your morals that you wonder if you started going insane cooking that cup ramen. I mean, he's a cannibal, so what if you made some human meat for him to go together with ramen? Oh boy, we really don't want to be homeless again. Morals out the fucking window. You don't even have to look in the freezer to know that he has containers full of human meat down there. If anything, you're grateful that he at least doesn't store it in the fridge. In fact, he doesn't store anything in the fridge at all. His side is always empty and yours just has some occasional milk and eggs here and there. Don't tell me he's just been surviving off instant ramen and human meat. Well, it's not really time to contemplate about Seung-min's dietary choices at the moment. He will probably be out of the shower soon. You have to decide. Well, we're gonna match his crazy. We're gonna cook human meat. Okay, let's go. Well, he is a cannibal. He'll probably like it too. It would only be natural to cook some human meat for him, right? You swallow as you open the freezer, cold air pouring out of it, as if some sort of evil premonition. It's just chicken, or pork, or fish. You try to convince yourself that what you will be cooking is anything but human meat as you reach for one of the freezer compartments. When you finally find enough courage to open it, it surprisingly turns out to be nearly empty. There's just one lonely container lying at the bottom. Honestly, it's not anything like you expected it to be. Not gouged out eyes, no jars with human teeth, nothing grotesque. Just one small container. For some reason, just the sight of it calms you down enough for you to simply pick up the little plastic box, or pick this little plastic box up and shut the freezer without a second thought. You then absentmindedly take out a pan and start the typical process of frying meat. Heat up the pan, pour some oil. By the time you are supposed to put the meat on the pan, you've relaxed enough that you can easily do it. Thankfully, Seung-min has already pre-cut it into thin slices, leaving you with the easy part of the job. After a couple of minutes of spacing out in front of the stove, a familiar smell brings you back to reality. Pork. It smells just like pork. Did you really manage to convince yourself that it is pork after all? What in the... Hey. What is that t-shirt? What's that t-shirt, my guy? Yes, I am pregnant. You know you can't touch my belly. Omegaverse, hello? Also, the tag's sticking out. You need to fix that. What the? What is this t-shirt choice? Seung-min. Yes? Are you pregnant? No? Do you have... Or have you ever been pregnant? No. Have you ever impregnated anyone? No, I haven't. What's with these questions? Never mind. Anyways. Something smells really good. Ah, yes. I couldn't find anything, so I made some cup ramen, and I'm frying some human meat. Seung-min raises his eyebrows for a second before he takes a step towards you. He gets so close that you can practically feel his breath on your face. Instinctively, you take a step back. Is he not happy? You're burning it. Oh. Oh, wait, you're right. Can you fetch my glasses from the bathroom, please? I'll take over the cooking. Yes, sure. Appreciate it. You quickly make your way to the hallway. In a way, it almost feels like a dream. Or a nightmare? Regardless, you're just happy that you're not the one frying in that pan. Sighing, you take a step into the bathroom. Searching time. Gotta find his glasses. Okay, there's shit in here. Okay. Okay. We're looking for his glasses, aren't we? Oh, there they are. I need these. Y'all need to move. Got an item. Really had them buried in there. When you successfully get Seung-min's glasses and return to the kitchen, you find him already sitting at the bar table, the food ready in front of him. You hand Seung-min the glasses, his cold, bony fingers brushing against yours as he takes them. Ah, thank you. The man gratefully nods and you? Or nods, and you, a bit hesitantly, grab a stool and sit on the opposite side of him. Sup? You assume that Seung-min will start talking first, but unsurprisingly, he continues eating, completely ignoring your presence. Seems like you'll have to be the one to start the conversation. Oh boy. Why do you eat people? I want to get on his good side. I want him to like me. I mean, he was obviously hungry. Do I go full unhinged? What's it taste like? So, what does it taste like? It's good. No, that's not what I meant. The human meat. What does it taste like? I can share. No. No thanks. I just wanted to know. Well, I guess it's very similar to pork. Ah, right. I thought it smelled like pork earlier. Well, it's a bit richer in taste, though. Depending on a human. Ugh. Did you really have to remind you that you're talking about human meat? Though it's really your fault for asking. Yeah, no shit. You spend the next few moments in silence as Seung-min finishes his food, and you, absorbed in your own little world, stare out the window at the city, drowning in darkness. The whole situation almost seems funny to you. Just a few weeks ago, you had nowhere to go and had to look for a place to spend the night. At every single day. Yeah. My brain blanked for a second. But now you're here, sitting in this clean, cozy kitchen, with a cannibal eating human meat by your side. Human meat that you have prepared for him. Nevertheless, you can't help but admit that you much rather prefer this bloodthirsty cannibal's company to your homeless life. What a cursed world we live in, huh? Hey, Dalarum. Huh? Thanks for the meal. Yes, of course. You know, it's been a long time since someone made me a meal. Instead of me making a meal out of them. Oh boy. Is that his attempt at humor? Well, I will probably head to bed after doing the dishes. Well, there's still time to sleep. You should probably do the same, though. Sorry for waking you up. How did you... You already have that puffy morning face. Well, at least he's honest. But he is also right. You almost started falling back asleep while sitting with him. There. And you'd rather upkeep your sleeping schedule if you want to get a second job. That wasn't an insult, by the way. It's kind of cute, actually. It's kind of cute. No. You should probably get out of here before you ask for seconds. Well, I'll leave you to it then. Good night, Seung-min. Good night, Dalarum. Sweet dreams. With that, you go back to your room and quickly find yourself falling asleep in the warm embrace of your bed. More art. The next day, you can't help but mentally go back to your encounter with Seung-min. You feel that he is well, we're going full unhinged, so charming. You can't lie. There's something about him. Something that strangely attracts you, despite him being a cannibal and a murderer. Listen. The capitalism, man. Capitalism. It'll make you, like, overlook anything. If it means, like, stability, financial stability, a living situation stability. And I mean, he is cute. Putting aside the cannibal murderer stuff. But again, I mean, I watched Hannibal. I'm a Hannagram shipper. It's my turn to be Will Graham. That fact almost makes you feel ashamed. You don't let it fully get to you, though, as your gratitude for the housing opportunity is far bigger than your sense of shame. The previous night only ignited your morbid attraction towards him even more, too. You wonder why. You spend the whole day thinking about it and don't notice how quickly it passes. In the end, you go to bed completely exhausted after another day of hard work. Oh, my neck. My neck. Oh. Seriously? Again? It hasn't even been a full day, for God's sake. This time, you don't even waste time sitting up and immediately get up and swing your door open as you step into the hallway. You stop in your tracks almost momentarily. The hallway turns out to be empty. There are sounds of water coming from the bathroom. Seung-min is probably showering in there. And what was that noise? Surely you're not going insane yet, are you? You hesitantly start walking forward before you notice something around the corner that was not there before. Something red. Ah, it's just a corpse. Wait, a corpse? Seems like you somehow jinxed it yesterday. Well, I mean, we did cook the last of the meat. He's got to restock, right? Did you not think about that? Based on the amount of meat you saw in the freezer, or rather lack thereof, you guess that Seung-min has probably decided to restock. Thank you. Geez, this one looks really rough. Why would he need to tie it up, though? I mean, so it doesn't run away? Maybe because it's still alive? Oh god, it is still alive. Oh, she's pretty too. Oh man. Oh man, oh jeez. Please. What the? Alright, okay. Seems like this corpse is not so dead. Please, spare me. I haven't done anything. Right. And what are you supposed to do now? A terrified woman stares at you with desperate plea. With desperate plea in her eyes? With a desperate plea in her eyes. Her arms and legs both tied with layers of thick rope. I'm sorry, lady, but if I let you go, you're gonna tell the police. Seung-min's gonna get arrested. I don't even know if you saw Seung-min. All you saw was my face. I'm gonna get arrested as, like, you know, an accessory. I'm sorry, lady. I gotta be with my boy Seung-min. Definitely not something you expected or were ready to deal with when you were leaving your room. You mentally cursed at Seung-min. You're not going to hurt me, are you? No. I'm not. With that guy. Jesus, this woman looks petrified. Well, no wonder. She's practically head to toe covered in blood. But this is really awkward. She's just a poor innocent person with an insane lack of luck, and you know her fate better than anyone. But do you really have any right to intervene? Then please, will you help me? Instead of responding, you just rub the back of your neck, feeling conflicted about what to do. At the sight of the woman's face, sinks in growing helplessness. Oh well, I'm not even gonna try and decipher what was wrong with that sentence. Well, what's your name? Oh yeah, tell her your name. It's Dalarum. I'm Alicia. I'd say nice to meet you, but this is probably not the best time for that, huh? Yeah. Great. Great, now we know her name. We're humanizing her? Oh god. God, he's so scary. I was just walking down the alley from work and then he jumped out of nowhere. I mean, look at all this blood. He did all of this to me. God, I don't even know what's going to happen to me. What did I do to deserve this? He's keeping you a prisoner here, isn't he? Well, you wouldn't exactly call it that. Come on, two people are stronger than one. I'm sure that if we act together, we can easily overpower him. I promise that no harm will come your way. I might not look it, but I'm quite agile, you know? Well, you really don't want to risk being the one getting eaten instead. Oh, come on, don't you see I'm scared? Oh, yes. Yes, you can. Talarum, please. I really don't want to die. Okay, okay. I'm pretty sure this will get us an ending pretty quick. So I will save her just to see that ending. I feel like this is an ending. But then we're gonna go back and do the unhinged thing that I want to do. No, you can't just leave this poor woman to die. I will in an alternate reality later on. You might be bad enough to live with a cannibal, but you still have enough integrity to not watch someone get killed right in front of your eyes. Okay, alright, yeah, I'm gonna help you escape. Really? Talarum, thank you. Of course. I don't know how I can ever repay you. You're my hero. You probably shouldn't tell her that you considered doing the opposite just a moment ago. Okay, just wait here and I'll go fetch a knife to free you, alright? Okay. Please, or just please hurry. Right, it would be really bad if Seung-min caught you trying to help her escape. If he doesn't see anything, maybe you can just come up with a lie and say that she escaped on her own or act clueless. Surely he won't do anything to you, right? But you will think about it later. It's time to act. You quickly make sure that there are still sounds of water coming from the bathroom and quietly sneak into the kitchen. Searching time, we better do this fast. Okay. Yep, there's a knife. Give me that. Yep, let's go. Don't have a lot of time. When you finally show up in the hallway with a knife in your hand, Alicia looks at you with an almost elated expression on her face. Talarum, shh, stop yelling. You did it. Yeah, sorry, it took me a while to actually find it. The kitchen drawers are kind of a mess. Doesn't matter. Quick, cut the ropes. Alright. You carefully start cutting the ropes on Alicia's arm, trying very hard not to accidentally damage her clothes. Clothes that look way out of your budget. Although you're not sure if they can even be used anymore, the amount of blood on them is probably not something you can easily wash off. Once you finally cut the last knot, the ropes start slowly falling off. Hey, what are you doing? Oh god. Oh, I stabbed him. Oh. What the hell? I guess I should thank Rodrigo for gifting me this stupid knife. Wait, you have a knife? What the hell? What? You were supposed to escape, not kill him. Well, he's not dead yet. Not the point. I'm sure there's absolutely nothing we can do anymore. We totally can't save him, even though he's still alive. Well, what did you expect? I wasn't going to keep someone who saw me kill those stupid fucks alive. Wow. Wow. I'm glad I went this route just to see what was gonna happen. Damn. She's a killer. Does Seung-min kill killers? Okay, I love him even more now. Saw you what now? Do I have to repeat myself? Specifically for you? Or what? Did you really think all this blood was mine? You did. That's not the point here. You basically just killed my landlord. Where am I supposed to go now? To even go now? Oh please, like it even matters. You already look like you're homeless anyways. Wow, ouch. That was uncalled for. Ugh, I don't even know why I have to explain this. Look boy, I'm a busy woman and you've already managed to tire me out with your empty blabbering. Let's just end this already. Suddenly Alicia launches towards you and you, completely not expecting it, fall to the ground. When you come to your senses, you're tackled to the ground by Alicia on top of you, one of her hands lightly yet firmly squeezing your throat. Okay, I can't say I'm not into it. Hey, it's your turn now. What? You didn't expect me to keep a witness alive, did you? You did, actually. Your time has come now, little lamb. Please don't talk like a cartoon villain, at least. Ugh, and I told Rodrigo that monologuing is not my style. Anyways, die. Wait. What now? You aren't planning on being the one monologuing now, do you? But because I don't have time for this... Crap, there should be some way to convince her to let you live. Aren't I still holding a knife? God will punish you. Actually, I'm blind. That's a cool knife you got there. Well, I gotta say that. I will do anything you want. Anything you ask of me. Anything. Aw, anything? That's a shame. Maybe in another life I would have kept you as my little lapdog. You know, that would have been quite fitting for a cute little thing like you. But, well, since you're so eager to do anything for me, die. Okay. Okay. You feel a blade of a sharp knife painfully slide across your throat. Seems like Alicia goes straight for the vital organs this time, huh? A few hectic moments of being overwhelmed with pain later, you finally start losing your grip on your own consciousness. This is really not what you expected your life to turn out like. It just started looking up for you, and now you're dying with a probably already dead cannibal by your side. Well, at least you're not alone. If you were still back on the streets, you probably would be. That thought brings you a weird sense of gratitude and peace in your last moments. You got an ending, my dead housemate. At least you're not homeless? So is she like a gangster? Curious. Oh, slayed, literally. Oh. Death's Head Hawkmoth? Die for the first time. Okay. I'm gonna go back to this. And we're not gonna save her. No, I'm good. You're on your own. Instead of fear, Alicia's face contorts with rage at your refusal. How dare you? How dare you refuse me? Do you even know who I am? You insignificant, stupid... Her yelling seems to attract attention because a freshly showered Seung-min creeps out from the bathroom. Slowly, he slinks up behind Alicia and... What the fuck? I heard a boat. I heard a cat. I heard a car horn. What? Seung-min stands victorious over Alicia's now battered corpse. Though you doubt she had any chance in the first place, being tied up and all. This made me hungry. Good thing I brought home takeout. At first this remark confuses you until you glance down towards Alicia. That's definitely one way to call her. Corpse. Hey, Dalarum. You nervously look up at him. He doesn't want to make you into a home-cooked meal now, does he? What you made yesterday was decent. And your company was quite energizing. So I was thinking, maybe we could cook together. We could share, too. And that's definitely out of character. On the one hand, you kind of feel too afraid to agree. On the other hand, you feel too afraid to say no. But hey, who knows? Maybe it will be a good bonding opportunity. And no more killings will happen. Yes. Right. We're helping him cook. Like I said, we're going full unhinged for this man. This unkept, very tired looking wage slave. What's the Japanese term? God, what is the Japanese term? Salary man. That's the word. Salary man, right here. I mean, he gives me a house. He gives me a home. Well, it's not like Alicia was your friend or something. You have no qualms about helping someone cook her. At this point, you've already done far worse than cooking a person. Plus, being on good terms with Seung-min, who is very much alive compared to Alicia, seems way more important right now. Sure, sounds delightful. I'm kind of a professional chef, though, so stand back. Well, you're definitely not bad. Though you should get more practice cooking meat of the human variety. Well, seems like this is your chance to do so. Seung-min takes his bloody apron off after carrying Alicia into the kitchen. It doesn't help make him look any less scary, though, as his exposed skin is practically drenched in her blood. Human by chance, alpha by choice. Oh my god. Oh my god. His fucking shirt choices, I swear to god. And all of their tags are sticking out. Put that back in. Okay, boss, what are we cooking? Well, I was thinking of making curry. Oh, I'm on record saying that curry is my favorite food. Oh god, okay, I love this man. Okay. Of course he's a cannibal, but I mean, you know, everybody's flawed. Oh, so you can make something besides instant ramen? I actually enjoy cooking quite a bit. It's a hobby, of sorts. If I didn't have to work this much, I'd probably spend more time indulging in that hobby. Wait, wouldn't that mean he would kill more people? Without beating around the bush, Seung-min promptly puts you to work at the cutting board. Meanwhile, he starts cooking rice and cleaning the remains of Alicia off himself. Well, time to get chopping. Okay, am I chopping the people meat? Okay, no, it's just fucking carrots. Am I beating it up or what? Okay. Okay. Beat this fucking onion. Take that. Take that, fucking onion. I hate onions. Okay. Okay, we're going full unhinged. Sorry, Alicia. You killed me last time. Beat the shit out of this hand. That's people meat right there. Okay. I even said that I would eat, like, any ramen. Oh, god, okay. Or any curry. So I guess I'm trying people curry now. Okay. Once you're done with with cooking, Seung-min takes out a second plate and looks at you questioningly. Seems like your landlord is inviting you to join him for a meal. A cannibal meal. 100% full unhinged. Let's go. Eat with him. Well, you've already helped him cook human meat. Might as well try the fruits of your labor. You nod at Seung-min and he fills the plate with freshly made curry. Human curry. I mean, if you were ever gonna get me to be a cannibal, it would be through curry. So this tracks. This tracks. You look down towards the fresh bowl of curry. The warm aroma from the piping dish is alluring. It has a deliciously spiced scent that dances across the kitchen, lingering delicately in the air. Various seasonings in the dish create a romantic, hot and heavy, yet sweet, mouth-watering fragrance that you can practically taste. The human meat you cooked really adds some pizzazz to the whole thing. Right. You nearly forgot that this curry is topped off with a nice serving of Alicia. You feel a little guilty that she smells so good. You both take the same seats as yesterday and you can't help but feel a sense of deja vu. Well, partially because you did do the same, or the exact same thing the day before. This seems like a good opportunity to get to know Seung-min a little better though. Okay, let's save here. I want to know the answer to all these. Please let me ask all of these. Why did it have to be Alicia? She seems sweet. Well, for the most part. But why did you pick her specifically? I didn't. She was just there in the alley. Alley? Yeah, she was already covered in blood, fighting some other guys. I just thought she was an easy meal. Somehow, you're not even surprised. Typically, I pick someone from the company I work at. Someone scummy, someone rich, someone I don't have empathy for. Okay, okay, okay. I'm okay with that. And considering what I know of Alicia, I'm okay with you picking her. Then there are some days like this one where I just get lucky. You know, she was already killing someone, and I could tell it was just a normal thing for her. A fellow killer's instinct, I suppose. But yeah, typically I just kill someone who is a source of other suffering. That's the best thing I can do in this capitalistic hellhole. Damn. That's the realest shit I've ever heard. You know? I actually never told you, but I was homeless before this. If it weren't for you, I'd still be out there sleeping on the park bench or the nearest Teddy's Table Diner. Or, you know, shelters. If you can even call them that. Not that I was even let in half the time. Well, I'm glad you're here now, Dalarum. Aw. I am too, but it really is only thanks to you, Seung-min. I didn't do anything. You got here all by yourself. As the conversation slows into comfortable silence, Seung-min begins to eat. Staring down your own bowl, you find yourself hesitating. Are you guilty? Ashamed? Mortified at the choices you've made to get yourself to this point? No. You should be. You know logically that you should feel all of these things, but... Fuck, you really made some killer curry. Before you know it, a spoonful of steaming curry is already in your mouth. A mix of carrot, onion, and meat is devilishly delicious. Wow. Your brow twitches. Shouldn't you be disgusted by this? Wouldn't a normal, regular person be disgusted by this? Maybe you're not regular. No, I'm not. Here I am romancing a cannibal. I am not regular. Maybe there are two sides of you fighting for dominance. Yeah, like the two wolves on a shirt. Inside of everyone is two wolves. One is gay, the other is also gay. A devil. And an angel. Or was it an angler? Antler? Doesn't matter. This food is kicking and you're the pro chef behind it. Not only do you enjoy this meal, but Seung-min seems to be enjoying it too, you think. His neutral expression makes it difficult to read him. You count this as a win anyway. Hell yeah. Got him. It isn't pork. Become a cannibal. You say the dinner goes pretty well. Oh god, my cat is freaking out. He's got the zoomies. Okay. So, well, in fact, the two of you go on to have many more dinners together, spanning over weeks. Then months. Then a year. Before you know it, your relationship with him naturally progresses into something more romantic. The two of you officially become partners. I don't get to see that happen? Oh man. You really let Seung-min cook, and perhaps that's what sets you on this path. This path towards destiny. Towards the day that Seung-min proposes to you. Whoa, wow. You don't expect it, the abrupt nature of it all, when he slips the ring off your dinner's finger? Oh. Again, we're eating people. I forgot. Dinner's finger and gets down on his knees. The ring isn't your size, but you know you could always get it adjusted later. Finally, all of your simping pays off. Of course you accept. Your wedding takes place at the most classy location anyone dating a cannibal would choose. The butcher counter at the local supermarket. All the meat and knives the eyes could see. Naturally, it's a breathtaking ceremony. Even the shoppers can't help but stop and stare in wonder. They're probably like, what the fuck? Or rather, in fear? No, they are probably just jealous of your supermarket wedding. Hand in hand with Seung-min, the two of you will have a very grotesque, disgusting, and gory future. Exactly the way you hope it'll be. Seung-min has successfully rizzed you. Or was it you who rizzed him? Who cares? Congratulations on your marriage. Wish I could have seen it. Hell yeah. And you didn't even fall off a cliff. Nice. Oh, people are in the cake. Okay. Sweet. I married his ass. In sickness and in health. What if I don't save her, but then don't eat with Seung-min? So don't save her. I'm just gonna speed run through those. Yeah. A lot of sounds. I heard a bonk in there. Oh, there was a fart right there at the end. I heard that. Okay. I'm gonna overwrite that one. Turn. Yeah, I'm gonna help him cook. But then not eat with him. Well. Fucking, let's go. Ah, speedrun, speedrun, speedrun. Okay, I gotta cook again. Shut up, cat. Oh, he took a deuce, that's why. Ugh. You're always so stinky, cat. Swear, you have a cursed asshole. Alright, and then Alicia's hand. Okay, there's the people meat. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm not gonna eat with him. Oh, I already ate earlier, so I'm still full. It's one thing to cook a human, and another to eat it. And you're not about to become a cannibal buddy for your housemate. You slowly retreat to your bedroom, deciding to retire for the night, not wanting to watch Seung-min enjoy dinner. Before you know it, the sleep overtakes you. Living with the cannibal turns out to be too much to bear despite your desperate situation. You, however, are resourceful. You take a few months to find a second job, saving as much money as possible to move to someplace normal. It takes a year, but you finally do it. You think this apartment will be normal. The price is average for your area, and it comes with standard cockroach infestation. Me and my last apartment in California. It even has the classic landlord special with all the handles on the cupboards painted white, until one day, the music begins. Above you lives a pianist, and each night their music comes from above, rattling you to your core. It creeps through your ceiling, into your mind, into your soul. Every day you find yourself slipping deeper and deeper into insanity's grasp. When did you sleep last? A day ago? No, 3 days ago? You can't remember. Your work performance begins to slip. You're not sure how much longer you can take this. Compared to this hell, Seung-min wasn't so bad. Was it really worth it? Okay. From one horror to another. That's not how I expected that to go. Okay, so... I'm gonna not help him cook. Moments ago, you were looking into Alicia's eyes, hearing her voice, watching her breathe. Just the thought of helping someone cook her is enough to turn your stomach. You can't do this, even if that means you have to face consequences. Nah, fam, I'm good. You go ahead, though. Alright. Good night, then? Ah, right. Good night. He didn't say sweet dreams. You slowly retreat to your bedroom, deciding to retire for the night, not wanting to watch Seung-min enjoy dinner. Before you know it, the sleep overtakes you. Living with a cannibal turns out to be too much to bear despite your desperate situation. You are, however... Yeah. Oh, same ending as last time. Okay, so that just does that. Alright, so I will load this. Maybe these. Have different outcomes. I don't know how many endings are on this thing. What's your, you know, backstory? What kind of question even is that? You know, tell me about how you got to this point. About your life. Well, it all started when I was born. As most stories do start. In a town where I grew up. To 2 loving parents. And then I went to school and graduated. That's it? What did you expect? True. What did you expect? Oh, come on. There's gotta be more to it than just that. Well, if you really want to know so badly, I did grow up to 2 loving parents in a town. But our family was so poor we could barely keep our heads above water. My parents immigrated here from South Korea. I kind of figured that one out. They were sold this idea that moving to America would guarantee a better life for them. And for me. Even though we were poor, we still somehow managed to survive. Until my mom got breast cancer. Our insurance refused to pay for it, so my dad had to take out a bunch of loans to cover her medical fees. In the end, it turned into an endless cycle of debt. And, you know, my parents always told me to eat the rich, so I guess I took it quite literally. I was already a cannibal anyways. It just refined my tastes. Holy shit. I'm so sorry for your loss. I didn't know. Oh. No, my parents are fine. My mom eventually won her battle with cancer, and they now live in the countryside back in South Korea. There's still some debt remaining though, so I send them money to help every month. So he isn't just working hard for himself, but for his parents too? He's a sweetheart. Sometimes those rich pricks I eat have some money on them, so some months mom and dad get some extra. It's weird that there is something moralistic and something so amoral. Well, I'm glad your parents are alright at least. Me too. As the conversation slows into comfortable silence, someone gets to eat. Staring down at your own bowl, you find yourself hesitating. Are you guilty, ashamed? Blah, blah, blah. Devilishly delicious. Yep, we read all this. Okay. Okay, and I think this is like the same as us getting married again. Yep. Congratulations on your marriage. Yep, yep. Okay, now I just want to know, like, backstories. So I'm gonna go... Okay, we asked backstory. Specifically, Alicia. Like, how do you even have the energy to do this? Because you always look fucking tired. How do you even have the energy to do this? Do what? You know, kill people. You don't seem like the type who fights people every few days. I don't. I just poison them or whatever is the easiest. Wouldn't poisoning them, like, sour the meat? I feel like I heard that in Hannibal. Could have guessed it. So, do you just pick random people in the street and shove poison into their mouth? Well, sometimes yes. But typically I carefully choose my meal. You know, I'm picky with my food. Yikes. The worse the person is, the more satisfied I am with the meal. At least bro's got standards. As the conversation slows into a comfortable silence, I'm going to begin to eat. Okay. Yes, that's fine. Because it's just going to be the same ending. So what's up with your wardrobe? Seung-min? What's up with your wardrobe? Huh? What do you mean? Well, you know, your t-shirts and stuff. What about them? The phrases on them. Huh? You know what? Never mind. No, you can't keep looking at it. You have to do something about it. Actually, do you want to go shopping together at some point? I need some new clothes anyway. Well, I don't necessarily see why I need any new clothes, but maybe a couple of new t-shirts could be nice. Score! Alright, it's a promise then. Someone just nods in agreement. Hopefully you won't have to look at this again in the future. This. Fucking alpha. He went from Omega to Alpha. Nice. And it seems like you might have just scored a date with a cannibal. As the conversation slows into comfortable silence, yeah. And here we go again. Just go through it all again one more time. And we got married again. Cool, cool, cool. So, gathering. Oh, there are things. Hello? Let's go home, dear. Okay, dear. Never thought I'd date a cannibal, but here we are. You want some? God. I had some. Alright. Concept art. A female Seung-min. Oh, I'd date her too. There's 3 I didn't get though. Where did those ones come from? Oh, there's other achievements. Oh well. Alright, that was my sweet housemate. If there's like other endings and stuff, I will play that game again. But until then, for now, we're gonna leave it. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump over to Dreambound.